Whoops. Let's see here. Let me, let's see, does this work now? Does this work now? Oops, sorry about that. Whoops, sorry about that. Sorry about that. Let's see, did everything load back up? My bad. It should kind of popped off there. My bad, boys. Let me see, did that load right? My bad. My friggin' internet just cut. But yeah, testing. Sorry about that. It's a new process for me too, I swear. Let me apologize. Well, I'll get it. Okay, so are we live again? Can you guys see this? Can't. Hello? Internet. Okay, so let's try that again. Oh, hey, Kraken. Sorry about the cut there. You never know, man. It's fucking technology is what it is. Okay, so let's move Albert over here. There's Versace. Here's Stoner. Let's see. Maddock. Okay, there's Maddock. Here's Didge. Okay, and that's 5 of them. Okay. And now win unban. Oh, are you what's your RSN? Sorry about that. Just loading up the all the assets right now. And then let's see what else needs to go in here. You gotta take that one up with Monk. One moment. Okay, cool. Alright. Got that in there. Okay, so, alright. Sorry that took so long, boys. Basically, what you're seeing now, we're 10 minutes into the stream and we just loaded up the assets. But, yeah, so, pretty much, what you're looking at here is a collection of some of the Flex Zone statues, and these can be modified, of course. But, the main thing here is that there are 5 of them, right? So, you know, if we wanted to, I just want to show y'all, like, kind of the mindset here. So, if we rotate this, let's say, 45 degrees, right? Then we move him down, we'll move him down 50. Or, probably another... How did they win? I just kind of arbitrarily made them, to be honest. So, that's a great question. Like, how do you determine who gets a statue and who doesn't? Hey, can I have a statue? All these kind of things are subjective. You could easily have chosen. There are 10 players you could have chosen for each one of these. I think more so the idea is just to create a template so that when the time comes, it can easily be substituted. That's more so the idea. Yeah. So, moving along. Let's see. Negative 90. Oop. I should have done negative 45 there. The idea here is I want to show you guys kind of like how it would look if these were all kind of situated. Here, let me put the chat here so I can. Okay, so let's take this one. We're gonna go 90 degrees again. Move. Let's do, I don't know, like 200. Another 50. Wow, not quite enough. Another 100. Yeah, there we go. That's looking a little more like it. Math is an acquired skill that I never acquired, it seems. Well, not the best concave I ever made, but you know, it's getting there. These two things probably need to be pushed in. We're just gonna do this before we start on the next one. Found this stream by accident. Yeah, it's posted in general. Okay. E, and then let's see, negative 90. How did I do this? Maybe they are in the same spot. And then probably negative 250, right? Kinda, sorta. I fucked up some part of it. Banned from Onyx Discord too. You must have done some shit, buddy. Yeah, we don't ban people just willy-nilly. Let's see, 50, and then take this up. Probably down another 25. See, this whole process, I swear this is needed. What we're doing right now is just kind of situating to see what it would look like in game. You know, you don't want, I think, you know, a fear for me at least is, you know, you make something, but then you don't contextualize it with what it's going to look like with the other things around it. Yeah, hey, what's up, Sebi? But yeah, it's kind of like, you just want to be able to visualize everything together, just so that nothing surprises you at the end, I should say. That's just a good, in my mind, that's at least, it just works for me. let's see, negative 50. It's pretty close. Yeah, pretty close. I'm just have to go. I think I'm just gonna have to go kind of off track with this one. It's there, and then it basically lies flush with this tile here. Yeah. Okay. So, I think first thing, does Albert still play? Yeah, Albert hops in every now and again. Can you tell us again how you get the items from the cache? Sure. And keep in mind, like, none of this stuff is like top secret information. There's an entire post on Rune server, which is a development server for RSPS that details how to do this. The way you extract from our cache is actually you copy. It's using a program called One moment. What is this program called? RS Data Suite version 1.2.2. That is the name of the program. And when you extract from the cache, basically our cache on Onyx, the way that they've done it is they basically have OSRS assets and they have all the RS3 stuff. And OSRS assets are displaced by 200,000. So what that means is that if you were to go to, say, osrsbox.com and search for models, ours will be plus 200k. If you wanted to pull, say, the Nightmare, for example, if you wanted to pull a model of the Nightmare, you need to add 200,000 to whatever that would be. So, like a lot of these models you see here, like I have to go and fetch them from OSRS Box, which is a fantastic resource. If you want to get into this, that's a website you 100% have to bookmark. But anyways, so here we are. The first thing that stands out to me, like the first, just right off the bat, these columns are relatively sized. They are the same size as the ones that you currently see in the flex zone. I'm gonna pull up a window real quick, an Onyx window, because I just want to show you guys like what I'm talking about. One moment, sorry. There's always there's always something that happens in staff chat while I'm on stream. It's inevitable. Okay, 1 second. Let me resize the client. We'll go, sure, we'll go Soulgazer, who cares. Okay, and go to this PK spot, and now I will show you guys what I am talking about here. So, there we go. Okay, so just to show you guys what I'm talking about here, this is the sizing on what we're talking about. So you notice how these columns here are basically like, they're basically like they're basically like 2.5 sizes of a player. Mike has noise problem. I'm sorry. I'm trying my best. I'll turn up the mic a little bit. Maybe I'm gonna be blasting your eardrums now. But so as you can see, like this is taller than a player, right? So these models in here, like these models in here, a player, I can't fix it. I don't know how to fix it. I could stop the stream. I could turn off the music. Here, can you? Fuck. Off. On. Okay. Any better? I'm not completely sure if that fixed it or not, but I'm I'm trying. But okay, well, so this distance here is taller than a player. Thank you. Thanks for the help on that. So the first thing that I think of is that this asset right here, which by the way, like this Onyx piece here, this thing should be bigger than it is. That's the first thing that comes to my mind, because you have like, you know, all this, and obviously like all of these things should have kind of a layer of separation, but just look at from the ground level, like how much bigger these things are than this. Okay, so let's take this Onyx cup here. Oh, always got to do that. Always got to make sure, if you're going to get into Metasec, you got to make sure that you've selected the right thing. See how this was selected? That's that's death. I'm telling you, that's how you make multiple hours worth of mistakes. I've done that so many times. So we're going to take this. What we're going to do is we're going to scale this thing up a little bit. Now, we don't need to scale it all the way up so that like it takes all of the attention, but we definitely need it to take some of the attention. Let's see. What do I want to do with this? I feel like maybe that's a bit much. Maybe I'll scale it down a little bit. But it definitely is some upscaling for sure. Just so that it's more prominent. Hey, what's up, Albert? Yeah, and I'll if you want me to, I can take a little peeky peek around at all the things. But the main thing here is that I just wanted to make sure that, you know, as awesome as these statues are, like at the end of the day, you know, we're playing Onyx, right? I mean, you want to see the Onyx logo. This should be, by the way, if I hadn't made this clear, the reason why this is white is because this is going to have like either a fire cape or an inferno cape texture applied to it. Anything you see that is purely white, that means that we're going to affix a texture to it. Good thing to know. That this is not boring by design. That it's awesome by design. You just can't see it without them applying a texture to it. So let's get into it. First thing we're gonna do, just make sure we don't make any mistakes. I'm actually going to. First thing I'm gonna do here. I kind of want to. Well, let's just rotate this thing. We're gonna rotate this thing 180, right? Just because I'm only looking to get the bottom of it. Let's see here. Does this have... nope, I didn't get anything. Alright, hold on. Select normal. Yeah, give me the bottom of this thing. That is so weird. 1, 2, 3, 4. Push this thing down. Maybe this far? Maybe that far. And now let's reorient it. 180, and now does it sit flush on the ground? Still not quite. Let's see what all the other statues look like around it. Let's raise it up a little bit. Keep it at ground level and just see. Okay, and now let's see the perspective on it. It's better. That's already a lot better. Let's see. Anything else that needs done to it? This creates good visual separation. These letters are not on the same level. Now these things are taller up here, so you got basically like 3 layers, right? You've got the letter layer underneath, you've got Onyx and this, and then you've got the interesting stuff on the top, right? So I think this is looking a little bit better. And I'm gonna probably campaign that these letters here are also white so that they have visual interest, like when we affix some textures to them. I think that would be cool. But let's talk about the next statue, right? Because we're about 30 minutes into the stream, 20-30 minutes into the stream. Let's talk about the next thing that we want on a banner. So, next thing we want SHN somewhere in here, because if you look at the, well, let's just take a little look here, right? So there's no confusion about like why. We go to chambers, right? We come over here. And now these high scores might be bugged. Let's take a look here, right? So Shane has a 31-minute time, and I know that he has a faster one than that. He was the first player to break half an hour, which is, for a challenge mode raid, just absolutely crazy if you think about it. Let's take a look here if he has anything in media on his best. What's his best? I see lots of Sebi in here. lots of shit posting. This is good. Of course, it's all buried, the records I'm looking for, but I know that he has done a sub. Yeah, okay, so 29 minutes and 4 seconds is the most current thing. So, you know, to me, like, I don't see anybody else breaking that half-hour mark. Like, that's I think it's just it'd just be a good way to commemorate that. Without further ado, we're gonna get into making that. And unfortunately, Mr. Maddock here is gonna have to. Mr. Maddock here is going to have to. He's gonna have to go with a different color, because part of kind of what I'm thinking about here is the idea that we have the combat triangle, right? So we've got mage up here, we got melee over here. I think range needs to go here, frankly. And range, as you all know, range has always been green. So, Mr. Maddox, sir, I think that we're going to have to go with your signature purple for your statue, and we're going to bring Shane's over here. I think that's probably the way to do this. Okay, so. Okay. I think first up I need to bring it this way, and then I need to pivot it. Let's say, I don't know, negative. Yeah, negative 45, and now need to slot it over and up. Okay, so this is good. This is going to make it so that we can, obviously these two objects are on top of each other. The idea here is you want to get them into position, and it's usually easier to do that if you have something to compare it to. So Maddox over here, so what we want to do, we want to grab Albert, and we are going to rotate Albert 45 degrees, and then we're going to move him back. We're going to move him down. Which means that finally, we're going to need to grab Maddock And we're going to need to move him down further. Let's see here. We don't want to occlude. I think the one thing, just to keep in mind, we don't want to occlude the view too much. So I think for now, just for now, I want to keep it so that this is kind of like a U-shape wrap, because you want to be able to see some of the things at all times. And now that I look at it, I honestly think that, honestly, Albert should be the one that moves. Because his isn't as blocky. So, let's just do that for now, right? Okay, so, okay. So next up to do would be, I'm gonna save this shit, composite, and the next thing to do is to probably change Maddox thing, and then we're gonna get the Shanes. So Versace, Stoner, let's just drag these down here because they're not a point of interest right now. The cup, yeah, hold on a second. Versace, Stoner, Didge. There's Shane. Shane's is important since we're working on that one. Maddox is here, and then Albert. We don't need Albert at the moment. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is we are going to isolate Maddox. So to do that, what we're going to do is we are going to, whoop. Yeah, that's fine. I accidentally just saved. Don't do that. I'm going to do composite V2. And now I'm going to take all of these and delete them. So let's see. Let's do delete unused materials, and now we have kind of this gradient, which is what we want. This is what we're going to want to take a look at, right? So the one at the very bottom, this is going to be some type of like deep purple, right? And we won't put that down at the bottom. Let's see, what are you? Whoop. Okay, that's just above that. So let's take this, come over here, and now we're gonna raise that up just a tad. Probably did a little too much there. Yeah, we'll keep that for now. I'll get this a little bit more separated. Fear not. It's definitely like there's some trial and error going on here. Let's see here. That's more pink. And this is the topmost. Okay, so we got a little foundation here, and now we're going to even this out. Let's see, what is this? Is this the topmost? Is that what this is? What is that? What is this? This is really gonna get to me if I don't know. What? Oh. What is that? Is that like some type of internal thing? I don't know. That's weird. I was not expecting to see a color that didn't appear there. Okay, that must be some type of. It might probably is like some color that's like hidden inside the statue. That's kind of a little odd. Okay, so moving on. Okay, that's the topmost. Okay, that's good, that's good. And then finally, this is the ring on the top, probably. Yes. Okay, probably want to take that down just a little bit. Just a little bit. I feel like I'm doing like my Bob Ross routine where I like talk to myself a ton during the design. Okay. There we go. That's much better gradient. Okay, needs some separation. Needs some separation there. There we go. That's starting to look better. This one just needs to come up a little bit. Alright, cool. And there we go. There's Maddox. Alright, cool. Yeah. it takes a little time. So, this one here is going to be Composite V3. And what we're going to do is we're going to go into Composite, the original. And we're going to put this, yeah, see how it's been changed, the color scheme. Okay, so where did, okay, so this one here can go. Maddox in there, Shane's here, cool. Okay, so join face, we want to grab this entire thing. Oh. Oh, it was behind it. Oh, that makes sense now. I was like, what the fuck? Okay, so basically, okay, this is this is where that missing texture was. Okay, so okay, and then set this. Okay, well, it's just playing with me now. Okay, cool. Cool, and now we're going to merge this together, and then we're going to have his. Okay, merge selected, merge into Maddox, yes. Okay, so with that, okay, so what does this all look like together? Maddox is now purple, Shane's is going to be this one here. Cool. Okay, moving on. So, the next thing on the to-do list is going to be to take this one here and start playing with it, which is what the stream was all about, but, you know, 30 minutes later you get to it. So, yeah. Okay. So the first thing here that might be a little bit problematic that I can look at is this M at the bottom. Just see real quick if I got. So good question. The statues, the ultimate goal of the statues is to kind of bring a kind of competitive zest to Onyx. Or, I mean, you guys are going to be competitive no matter what, but this is just kind of a way to like incentivize you, right? So, for example, like once this is done, this is going to be Shane's Chambers of Xeric statue. And that's to kind of push, you know, the Didge brothers and Red Hat and Versace if he comes back, you know, push the game to want to get like a 25-minute raid as opposed to a sub 30. So right now, in my opinion, Shane's kind of at the mountaintop. He's kind of the king of the solo, and we want to get players to engage with that. So that's why the statues are made. They're kind of just they're made to enhance competition and give you something to brag about. I hope that answers that question. I should have answered that early on. Okay, one moment. Oh, sorry. Good question. Sometimes I just hop at. If you see me like randomly hop out of the stream and start typing just furiously, that means I'm talking in staff chat about something. So, yeah. All sorts of things have happened recently, which are interesting. This one right here. Albert was the first player to get 5 billion experience, so he gets a skiller. Let me just zoom in on this. So if you look around, you can see that the icons are different inside and out. So this is that's kind of the emote for a skiller. Obviously, he's got the crystal pickaxe. He's got the crystal axe. Maddock here was our #1 donator. Could I put Zipper on there? Yeah, I could. Again, these are templates. So yeah, these are individualized and can be so going forward. This was Didge, which was made on stream. The tongue-in-cheek joke here is that the Didge brothers are fantastic about finding. These two boys are absolutely wonderful and lovely when it comes to finding bugs. So yeah, that's the inside tongue-in-cheek joke here. Versace. So yeah, this one. Oh, sorry, I didn't state the purpose. This one, he won this on stream. There was a giveaway for our meat management stream, which by the way is pretty cool. You probably want to check that one out if you're new to Onyx. And Didge won this as a prize. So just a unique little giveaway there. And that's why he's holding this Orb of Oculus, because Orb of Oculus is that's a media making tool. So this one here, Versace's, you see him with Zuck, Kree, and Nightmare. The idea here is that Versace was, while he was still playing, Versace was one of the best PVMers in the game. He has an absolutely incredibly powerful bow that basically separates him from everybody else. I know that Apologize and his brother Psychotics now have a similar bow, but let's just say that Versace's Wrath was kind of like what put him on top of the pecking order. Now, to editorialize a little bit, do I think that's fair that a custom weapon is that powerful? No. But just calling it what it is. The man had all these records, and it is what it is. He is definitely one of the best PVMers in the game. And he has weaponry that exceeds everybody else, basically. And then finally, you have X Stoner, and he is our voting king, or at least he was at the time when I created this. And I think that this one could be improved a little bit. This was one of my first statues that I did. But I have this nice orange color because I always call my European friends that play this game waffles. So this is the golden tint on the waffle for all our Belgian and Dutch players. That's just Derek having some fun. I think actually this color looks pretty nice. But yeah, that's the explanation behind these different banners. Yeah. Okay. So let's get this going for Shane. So first things first, let me see if there's some kind of an archive with an S on it. This could take me a second. Alright, let's see. Where would I have put this? Okay, the letters that I have in my little repository, I've got A, D, E, M, V, and T. I'm wondering if S is a set of some sort. RM, Varak, Carol. I'm wondering if they've pre-rendered this for me. Does anyone know of like a model in game that has an S on it? I don't know off the top of my head. This perhaps that's going to be something I'm going to have to do at the end. What model has an S on it? Let's see, what's the farthest thing I have in my model registrar? The farthest I have is Nightmare, so some of these new models I don't have. Yikes. Bank icon. Bank icon. What do you mean by that? Interesting idea. What bank icon? You're talking about the little cash symbol? Is that what you're referring to? There's one. Okay. Maybe here's something. There's a teleport. I just randomly found this. There's a teleport. Senesin teleport. Hold on. Teleport. Hold on one second. Yes, there's an S. They put this on an icon. Senesin teleport. That is a one of the smashable tablets. It is model ID 31531. Okay. Okay, so model. I'm just going to show you guys kind of how I do this. So model ID equals 31531. So for our purposes, it's going to be. We'll call it Onyx. It's going to have a 200,000 added to that. So let's go into our cache. Oh Jesus Christ. They're talking some shit in Snapchat that really worries me right now. Oh God, Sam, come to your senses. Okay. Alright, let's see. What am I gonna do? Sorry, I have to say something right now. This is a bad idea Sam has. Look at the perspective. Okay, sorry. Some things can't wait, boys. I promise you it's important. Okay, so I'm going to go into RS Data Suite, load cache. I'm going to Onyx. So I'm pulling up our Onyx cache right now. This is to Kraken, who asked, how do you do this? I'm going to go into models. And now it pulls up a large menu of things. And what I want is this 231531 is what I want. And there it is. Okay, so save this model. I'm going to save this as s.dat. And now I need to use a secondary program. we're going to use a second program called Dat Maker, and as alluded to in the first stream, Dat Maker, it is fucking Satan, but it must be used. It is what it is. You have to use Dat Maker. Cool. Okay, there it is. There's the S, and now I'm going to convert this, export this into an MQO file. So MQO is metasequia. So now I should be able to drop this in, and here we are. This right here, this little piece of shit is the prize of the battle, boys. So if you look at this thing, it's got an S in there. So what we're going to do, we are going to take off some of these layers. I probably should be doing this by join face, right? Whoop. Nah, I don't want to take the entire thing off. There it is. I can see it in there. This is literally like chiseling something out of fucking granite, but it's what you got to do. Okay, so almost. I just got to get that last polygon, which seems to be joined with the other ones. RIP. And there it is. That is what we were looking for. Welcome to being a graphic designer. This is an S. And very important. Okay, so first thing we want to do is we want to rotate this thing 90 degrees. Whoop, 90 degrees. This away, right? So that we can have it straight up and down. Let's see, where is Shane's stuff? We want to move this away, and then this away. We want to upscale it quite a bit, but first, uh, 45, yeah, okay. And now up. Whoop. Okay. All right. Next up is we want to scale it down. And then we want to move it down. Okay. So let's take this letters here, and we're going to set this. We're going to set this to the face. And now what we're going to do is we're going to go into here, get this joined face, and we're going to delete it all. And there it is. This is Shane. I think I might have it's a little bit offset, but hold on one second. I fucked up the rotation a little bit. Yeah, it's down a little bit. Well, let's just see what it looks like from a distance, right? It's pretty good. It could be better, but the polygons were not very nice. I'm being honest. Let me... If I'm being honest here, the polygons were not particularly nice to you, boy. they kind of did a sloppy job with the teleport tablet, is what I'm saying. Then bring this up a little bit. Yeah. Okay, so here we are. This right here. I think I can bring it up just a tad. Yeah. Okay. So it's not great. I'll be honest. It's not like fantastic. This is not as curvy as it should be. But let me tell you, ladies and gents, you can really go down the rabbit hole if you want to be too perfect about everything. I think from a distance, you're going to be able to tell that that's an S. It's not the best S I ever saw in my life, but it's an S. We'll go for it for now. We'll go with it. Okay, merge selected, and now we have an S. Okay, so first thing you want to do, anytime you make any progress whatsoever, you want to save. I could just tell you that from experience. Okay, so now gets to be the part that you guys are probably interested in, which is separating certain things and getting to the good stuff. Whoop. We'll deselect all that for sure. Okay, we're getting there. Okay, so this is probably what you, if you were looking at the VOD, this is probably the point that you thought I would have started the stream with, but no, here we are. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, we are ready to start the project, and I'm not sure that I'm going to finish this whole thing on stream, but okay, first things first that we want to do, we want to get a couple items on him, those being number one, range gear. So let's take a look on Onyx. What would a range setup look like? Obviously, here, let me swap over. Obviously, you know, the full Pernix bullshit, you know, old Pernix, that's not what we're going for here. What we're going for, here is like, do I already have it set up? Okay, let's just put on... Oh, do I have this shit in the bank? Oh, hold on a second. Sorry, I always do this. Like, after every raid, I always do this. This is a classic. I just never, ever remember to withdraw all my shit. Okay, so... I want Shane holding like a blowpipe in one hand or a T-bow, one of the two. Do we already have a T-bow on here? Nah, we want a bow. If we've got a scythe over there, we want a bow. Okay, so Shane's going to be holding... he's going to be holding a bow in one hand, and... Now I'm tempted to use these other, like, range weapons and shit, but at the end of the day, like, people want to see a bow. Okay, so... Do I have an Armadillo top as well? No, I don't. Okay, well, I don't have an Armadillo top, but that's okay. You can use your imagination. Basically, this is pretty much... We didn't put capes on him, so... this is pretty much... He's gonna... My goal here is for Shane... For his thing to basically be... This outfit here... in one hand. And then his other hand is, like, up like this, holding Olm's head in it. I think that would be pretty cool. So, okay. So, just to enumerate what we're gonna need here, we're gonna need Barrow's gloves. We're gonna need. All right, I'm just gonna type all this out, like what all we need. Okay, so we need Arma. Yeah, we're gonna go with Arma helm, body, legs, pegs, Barrows, gloves, and then Anguish, right? Anguish is the... Yeah, Anguish is range, so... Helm, body, legs, pegs, Barrows, gloves, Anguish, T-bow. That's gonna be the setup. Okay, so, it's time to go and find these things, but first I need to take a little break. I will be right back, and we're gonna go and dig for these things in our image library. Okay, and sorry about the wait. We are back. I am going to start finding these things within our model library now. The first thing we're going to look for is this Armadillo item. So I'm going to OSRS box, and we're going to start looking up things. Armadillo helmet. Okay, so model ID is 27623. Okay, and that definitely looks like Arma's helmet right there. That's looking good. Perfect. Okay, so that's Arma helm. Next up is going to be Armadillo chest plate, and that is 29. Interesting. Well, there's the legs. I found those. I'll just export those two. Arma legs while I'm at it. Okay. Next up is the chest plate. Again, That's just the arms of them. Arma arms. Let's see, what's the actual chest plate? Oh, these are all the female variants. Oh, okay. we're gonna make Shane a male. Let's see, armor, chest. Okay, that's done. That's done. So we've got full armor now. Pegasian boots is next. Pegasian boots. That's model 29, 252. So there's the pegs. Okay. Okay, armor, helm, body, legs, pegs, Barrows gloves. Okay. Barrows gloves. That's item 13307. Okay, the gloves are done. Anguish. Necklace of Anguish is 31. Okay, there's Anguish. And then we're getting to the end, and then T-bow, of course. Of course, the twisted bow. And that is item 32,674. And that looks absolutely beautiful. Okay. And that is T-bow. Okay, so now that we've extracted what I believe is all the various... Now that we've extracted all the various things that you see on screen and such, we are going to extract one more thing, which is going to be Olm's head. So, what are we going to use for Olm head? Let's see. Great Olm is object 32709. Maybe not. Did that save? Yeah, it's saved. Maybe it does work. Okay. Okay, so let's just see. Did Olm load? I can't tell. Well, we'll see. We'll see. 32.5. There's an Olm statue, but that's not what we want. That's like the Olm statues you see outside Mount Quid and Mortem. Alright, I'll just save it as Olm 2. I can't visually inspect it, but there we go. Yeah, that's the one we want. Cool. Alright, so we got all the things we want, all the assets. Okay, so time to go into DAP Maker. Okay, and now we are just, all we're doing is we are exporting everything into MQO format, so arms, arma legs, arma helm, we're gonna need that. Arms, arma chest. Okay, we got pegs, we got gloves. We already have anguish. T-bow is the next. Okay, and then Ulm 2 is the last thing. Yeah. Okay, so we should, I think now, we should have all these items to load up in a metasec. So let's take off Onyx and turn this on. Cool. Okay. And now what we want to do is we want to actually take literally everything away. Well, we're going to have to translate this over a little bit. Sorry. But what we're going to do here is we're going to drop in literally everything. Anguish, Arma, pegs, T-bow, and Ulm. Okay, so yeah, okay, this is the interesting part. I think, is anyone still in the chat, or is anyone still there? Let's take a look at our viewership numbers. It was kind of boring there for a minute. Sorry, still more staff chat stuff. Okay, let's take a look. Let's take a look at our streaming. Concurrent viewers 6, so there are people that are on the stream. There still are people on the stream. Hold on, let me Howdy. What's going on, James? Sorry, I just making sure to get people in. Okay, so first thing we're gonna do, this, so very thankfully, this portion here rendered pretty good. There's definitely some edits that can be made. Those the pegs are definitely like down there a little bit, but let's just real quick, let's see what is the size comparison, right? So let's grab this real quick. We don't actually need all this stuff. Really, the important part isn't necessarily like the Versace statue, more so it's how big is this thing, right? Because we don't want to make like one model like way bigger than the other. As you can see, it's going to need to be scaled to be proportional with the other one. Okay, so let's the first thing we want to do here is we want to take this whole model, the entire thing. Actually, now the first thing we want to do probably, now I think about it, that's ohm. I should be naming this shit. That's ohm. Yeah, cool. So all this stuff together. Which one are the boots, I wonder? There we go. Boots are here. So these are pegs. So what we want to do is we want to select all these objects, and we want to move this up, right? So that like it comes down flush with the pegs. It's still not completely right, if I'm being honest. There's still something missing here, but it's definitely better. What did I do for... And then how did Digis come out? Oh, so these empty directly into the boots. That's why that one worked. But this one, not so much. I feel like what I'm going to do here... Well, you know... Maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe it doesn't matter so much. Maybe I'm making a big deal out of this and it's not actually that big of a deal. But what I really just don't want to do is like have the boots disconnected from the actual thing. So we're going to do here pegs. We're going to clone this around a symmetrical, okay, and that's good, that's good. Cool. So that looks nice now. It's not perfect, but you're not going to get it to be perfect. The problem is that they don't render angles. So like let's take a look. Yeah, if you look in the game, so I never knew this until now. You look in the game, you might notice that like there are no ankles here. So yeah, this is gonna do. Okay, so first thing we want to do is we want to select the entirety of this guy, and we want to make him the same height. Pretty close. They're pretty close. Okay. That's looking pretty good. Okay, so now that that's done, we could probably just get rid of this. We don't need it anymore now that the scaling isn't important. One thing that definitely does need done is which object is the anguish? Anguish, okay. Okay, so let's select this anguish ami here. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna rotate this thing a little bit. And then we're gonna move it this away, because it's gotta protrude. That's not going to fit perfectly, but the main thing is it's got to protrude. And then what we want to do is we're going to want to bring up the back of that necklace. So, whoop. You might notice, by the way, that the head is de-rendered here. We're going to need to fix that as well. Okay, so let's see, what's what? Where's the head? Okay, here's the head. Arma helm. Right, so anguish. Let's take. I wonder if I can grab this thing as an entire face. No, it's gonna grab the whole amulet. Okay. Let's see. Let's take the body away real quick. What we want to do here is we want to grab this entire portion and we want to move it up. Right? Let's see what that looks like. Not quite, but we're getting closer. It probably needs to rest down a little bit, and then these two, this side here needs to be brought up. Almost. Almost. Okay. Nah, I can't change that height. That doesn't make sense. Get this thing. Let's get this thing to lie somewhat planar, and then we're gonna bring this entire thing up just a little bit more. Well, let's see if that fixes our problem. That's getting there. That's definitely getting there. All we gotta do now is like basically stretch it out. Yeah. Okay, and then honestly, what's the last piece of the puzzle here? Probably, well, obviously it cuts off there, so let's just put this a little bit farther back and we'll be done with it. So literally just like come back with it. And that's just about right. So when you look at it from, back here, you literally have all this stuff on. Cool. Anguish now renders correctly. Nice. Okay, so now kind of the last thing to do. This as far as like the little stuff, we want to grab these two. We want to grab these two kind of like wrist cups things. We want to change that before we translate the arms. And then probably want to affix. You want to change this guy too. So. Okay, so material. Let's see, create. Okay. Now you might be wondering, why is this shit green? Well, the reason it's green is because it hasn't been set. Oh, whoops. I set the wrong object. Or the wrong edge, rather. Okay, so you might be wondering, what on earth are you doing? What is this madness? Pretty much what you're looking at. Oh, I added that to Anguish. I don't know why I did that. Okay, well, I suppose it'll make it easy to take this off, but alright. So, let's let's separate this thing right here. Cool. Okay, so this object right here, we want to get this thing to be the same color as the rest of the head, right? So I think this material here is probably it. Let's just take a look. Oh no, that's not it. What material is this, I wonder? This head portion. What material are you? Oh my god, there's so many materials. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to save this as composite number 5. And then I'm literally just going to delete. Well, actually, I don't even need anguish on for this, so I'm going to delete all of these things and then delete unused materials. So this material 166. Is that it? That's it. Okay. Okay, so object 1, we're gonna go down here and find 166. It's in here somewhere. Damn. Welcome to the 3D design, boys. I hope you enjoy. Geez, where'd it go? Okay, this could take me all day. So what I'm going to do is just, again, I'm going to delete all of these things. And then take, this object, select the faces, and then find material 166, and then set material to face. So, yeah. And then this thing we have here. Let's see. We're gonna call that. Let's merge all this into Arma Helm, and then we'll take Arma Helm, and then we'll paste this down, and then. Oh, it doesn't have its own fucking... Oh my god. Ugh. Alright. Yeah, I can't do it that way. It was a good idea, but it doesn't... I know why that doesn't work. It's because of the materials. They're saved to certain... certain color hues are saved to certain things, so I am going to have to do it the other way. So what I'm going to have to do is just create a new file and then reload from my previous save point, basically. Damn. We'll call this version 6, okay, and then delete all this shit. And now, set materials to faces, and then grab this whole thing, merge selected, Arma Helm new. You guys are getting to see some painful shit. This is the not fun part of this whole process. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is we're going to load. We're going to load basically all this stuff. So this can now go. These two things can now go. So okay. So at this point, let's see, does this now work? Well, SHN does not have a mouth, so um, whoops. I'll tell you what, if Shane, if you want some type of beard or whatever, you gotta tell me you want it. But the good news is that the anguish is now working. It's not completely blank. That's good. The last thing before we start the other shit is we want to make sure that this polygon here makes sense. Okay. So let's take off. Also, this is just bad practice. I should be labeling these things. So this is bow. These are gloves. This is what we're looking for, actually. Let me take bow off and that off. Okay, and now let's take this entire part off and see how that looks now. I think for this we're gonna have to take off pretty much everything that's not that little bulb at the end. So, okay. Object 2, okay, and now we want to grab yeah. Okay. So now when we put everything together, it looks like one solid thing. Okay. And there it is, gentlemen. At long last, the the vaunted the vaunted range setup. Okay, moving on. Moving on. So, what we want to do is we're going to want to take this arm here, and we want to have it hold it up like this, and we want to have Olm's head underneath. At least that's my idea for it. So what we want to do, let me name these things too. Chest, legs, arms. This is the important one. Okay, so literally all these things can go for right now, other than gloves. And what we're gonna do here is we're gonna take this one here. We're gonna rotate this on an axis. So we're gonna take it and put it on top of this chest here. And let's see, does that look about right? Could come up a little bit. Let's see, when I put on everything else, does that look right? Could come down a little bit. Could be rotated a little bit. And then maybe well, okay. Looks about right. It's not perfect, but it looks about right. I think the bow, well, we'll see. We'll see in a second. Let me get this head real quick. So Olm's head. Basically, we gotta find some way to get that Olm head into that hand. So, first of all, let's take this off. Let's take that off. Okay, so now we kind of have we have a flat face. Okay, so the only way this is gonna work is gonna be if I somehow make this right here into a solid edge. So, the best way to do that... Okay. Is that not? Yeah, it's not really. That's as good as, maybe that's as good as I'm going to be able to make it, but let me create an edge here. It's coming, ladies and gentlemen. It is a coming. It's coming slowly, but it's coming. You might be wondering, why are you doing all this in triangles? How come you don't just paint one over? First of all, I don't know how to do an entire polygonal shade, but more importantly is that DAppMaker does not like non-triangles. It calls them quads, and then it bitches at me, and then I'm sad, basically. But, okay, so... Really, the only thing that doesn't want to lie flush is this guy here. Okay, so yeah, okay, now that that's done, let's take this entire flippin' thing and let's take all this entire thing and let's go over here and set it to this color. Okay, so now we have the Ulm color. There we go. And now it's flat, so it's not going to bitch at me too much. Okay. Cool. That's SHN with an Ulm head. Cool. That's looking a little bit better. Let's grab this and let's rotate it down a little bit. Okay. So, here we are. Here we fucking are. Finally, something interesting and unique. Okay, at long last, gentlemen. Let's take this whole thing, and we're going to put this on top of this statue. Whoops. There we go. That's getting somewhere. Alright, cool. Okay, so let's put the other ones around it. And let's see what it needs. So, up next in the design, I think that we need to put some Cox kind of like paraphernalia in there. Let me, well, whoop. Let me advertise this, just advertise this real quick. Okay, so the first thing that pops out to me kind of is that the Cox head could be bigger. So, the point of interest, it's not quite big enough, you might not be able to see what it is. So, let's go to normal. Let's select this thing, and let's rescale it. It can't be ridiculously large, but it definitely needs to be larger. Yeah, that's better. I can't make it too much bigger. The problem is that if I do, it's going to totally occlude the rest of the thing. So, okay, so next up is going to be the crabs. So to do that, I'm going to need to go and get jeweled crabs, right? Jeweled crab green is what I'm looking for. So the model ID for that is 32703. Cool, there it is. Nice. We'll kind of call this crabby.dat. And now when we come into here, into let's see. Where did it go? That's funny. Where did it go? Oh, I put it in documents. That's a Derek classic, is I put things in the wrong folder. Okay. Okay, so convert, export, MQO. And now we're gonna drop in a crabby guy. You might notice that it's like really yellow. How come it's so yellow, Soul Gazer? Well, that's Dat Maker hard at work, is what that is. That's Dat Maker. That's what that is. Okay. This is me focusing a little bit, just because we got to get the giveaway going, and I don't want to go over time. Okay, so get 3 of these guys and shrink them down just a little bit. Cool. And then what should I do with the last portion of it? That has something in the foreground, and they got something in the background. So what is it that I want in the background? So crabs bounce the light onto. What's the name of that thing that they bounce it onto? Crab room. Okay. Gotta love the crabs. Yep, that's right. Welcome, Sam. What is the name of the object that the crabs bounce onto? What are the name of those things? Sam, are you able to help me with this? Get me the model ID for what they bounce to. Here, let me, maybe that wasn't clear. Sam, are you around by chance? Let me just go in, since it's the second room. We're just gonna do real quick. Uh-oh. Whoops. I fucked that up. Ha, you guys didn't know there was going to be raids on stream today, did ya? Whoop. I just got to beat Tecton and then I can go over to the other room. Yeah. Yeah, if you could help me with that, that'd be great. I'll get the name of the thing in a second. I just gotta beat Tecton first. Ugh, never lucky with the hits, boys. Yeah. Absolute shit on the hits. I don't know what they're called. I forget. They probably, I think they have an examine option. That's how I'll probably get the name of them. Come on, you son of a bitch. That's not nice. Am I not, like, overloaded? What the fuck? Okay. Yeah, I'm just little bit burnt here from Metasec. Okay. All right, we're good. Don't need to actually complete the thing. I just need to know the name of this thing. Okay. So black crystal, yellow crystal. I can and that's the energy focus. Okay, so let's see what the names are here. What would fit the best with green? Probably this yellow crystal here. Yeah, probably. I'm not completely sure. It's just I can't be 100% sure without actually seeing the thing. Actually, you know what? It needs to be the white crystal is what it needs to be. That's what it needs to be. Or the actually no, black crystal. Okay, 502. So okay, so basically what they did was they just reused one model for all these things. Okay. We're getting to the end of the stream, so I gotta get this quick. I gotta get this done quick. Okay. Great crystal. Okay. Okay, and now we want to take this entire thing and then convert this to like black. But how? How do you do that? Let's see. How do they do that? So what they do is they encase the whole thing in black. Oh, I'm not showing Metasec, sorry. They encase the whole thing in black, and then the interior of it is like more gray. Yeah, basically. Basically, that's what they do. Okay, so we take this whole thing here. Actually, we probably just want to join face. We want to take off this, yeah, that portion of it. And now we want to grab this whole thing here. None of these have that on them, do they? No, they don't. Okay, cool. Okay, so we want to take that whole thing and we want to scale it down. Oh. Now we want to move it this away. Okay, so that's one. And we want to do a second one. Cool. And that's it. That's all she wrote, boys. Okay, so we'll call these crystals. Whoop. Merge selected. Okay, this is crystals. Okay, and these will be merged. I'm gonna merge these into crabs. Okay. Okay, so that's pretty much the end of that, and we're gonna put all the other ones together and see how it looks from a distance. And that is it. Cool. You got so you got range, mage, and melee there. Okay, so let's do this giveaway. Okay, so last thing we're gonna do, boys, is the good old chatbot giveaway. Okay. Okay, we're loading up chatbot right now. Okay, so giveaway is going to be, there's its reset. Got that, and now we are open. Okay, cool. Giveaway. Okay, so we got some people in the giveaway already. Good shit. We're gonna go till first easy win. we're gonna go until it's 4 p.m. EST. Sorry, you can tell I'm a little bit cooked. As you can see, this is the result. I realize that S over here probably needs some work, but you know, it is what it is. There are your three. You've got the 3 combat styles. Got the 3 combat styles in the foreground, of course, and yeah, we can of course change. The giveaway's still going, by the way. We can of course change this. Let's see. Whoop. Probably don't want to contort all of them. Nah, not worth it to do it right now. I'll do that in the future. When it comes actual time to finalize them, I'll probably change the S a little bit, but for now it's pretty good. We'll save this one as composite final V1, and then we'll grab all of Shane's stuff together and merge this into one object. Yeah, and this is gonna be final V2, where they're separated. Okay, and I think it looks pretty good. And again, you know, shout out to Shane. you know, doing this shit in half an hour is just absolutely bonkers. And you know, congratulations to him for being so fucking good, for lack of a better word. I hope you have enjoyed the process of making this. It's tough to do, admittedly, but if you stick with it, you get better with it, and you can make cool shit. Okay, the timer is up. Timer is up. Close giveaway, and now we're gonna pick our winners. First winner is Steven. You gotta comment your RSN. Where's my chat at? At Stefan RSN, and then second is Didgeridoo. I mean, hey, I can't stop the man from winning, you know. Okay, and Didge, you're the second winner. So, Mr. Stefan, you need to comment your RSN, or I am going to pick a new winner. It's Nosp. Okay, cool. Thank you, sir. Alright, so Nosp and Didge, congratulations. And, you know, obviously we're changing things around. I would hope that we could do some TOB this Thursday, but, you know, hit me up in game if you want to do some TOB. I would like to get a good team together and just absolutely crush it if possible. You know, show people that TOB is like not so hard to do. Okay, boys, that is all for me. We have made ourselves a statue. Base.